Ok sportif, ça y est, je viens tout juste de me qualifier pour la grande finale après avoir cravaché en série. Et justement, la vidéo des séries, je vous la mets juste là, n'hésitez pas à aller la voir. Et sur ce, je vous emmène avec moi concourir avec les meilleurs athlètes du monde. Vous me suivez ?
Si un chouchou qui vient de se porter en tête,
c'est Baptiste Cartiot. Lucas Vivin qui va aller chercher la première place.
On va aller chercher dans de France, là, peut-être là avec Baptiste.
Lucas il a pris un gros truc.
C'est quoi ce truc de barge?
I just ran the very competitive 3000 meter steeplechase series, where I lost some feathers as I gave it my all. I simply put everything I had in it, and now it's time for some well-deserved relaxation in the hotel. I'm talking about muscle relaxation here, and not general relaxation. Anyway, I'm obviously all tense. Sure, Stacy doesn't go easy on me.
Ouais, mais Colombie, c'est un peu cul, hein.
It's a massage that is certainly a bad moment at first. Yes, the massage is very painful, but once it's over, and after a good night's sleep, the legs are certainly not at their best, but they have already recovered better.
Faites de la récup. Vous avez vu l'état là?
The recovery massage is not immediately efficient. You have to give the fibers time to reform. I still have very heavy legs on this first competition jog, as if my legs had stayed on El Estadio Olímpico. I'm going to continue with my jogging today with what we could call jog as you please. The goal is to get my legs moving in this warm-up stadium, which day after day gets less and less crowded. Indeed, the athletes progressively arrive at the end of their competitions. I am in the last ones to compete, and sometimes it is difficult to stay motivated, knowing that most athletes are already on holiday. But well, let's not complain, because it is the final of the World Championships. Okay, 40 minutes of jogging have passed after a little more than 8 kilometers. I decide to stop here. Anyway, the work has already been done, there is no point in doing more today. What's better to do instead is this, ice bath. As the name suggests, they are bathtubs filled with ice.
Ah, il va avoir froid.
And yes, I might be cold indeed, but it's for my own good. Putting the muscles in the cold like this will accelerate blood circulation and thus accelerate muscular recovery.
Oh, ça va, c'est lourd. Voilà, ouais, là c'est directement sur la zone. Oui, ça arrive. Ah, ça agit direct, hein.
Tranquille, récup.
T'es au bas froid là?
Ouais, tranquille. On profite.
Quelque chose à dire pour les mains froids?
Franchement, c'est ce qu'il faut bien récupérer pour la course qui arrive dans 2 jours maintenant. Donc voilà, on profite des bains froids et puis récup au max.
Maximum recovery is really the strategy that I needed to choose for these 2 days, and we have already reached the second day.
Et voilà, de retour sur les stages d'échauffement pour l'activation, car je cours demain. Et aujourd'hui, les nouvelles sont plutôt bonnes, car j'ai assez bien récupéré. Il faut dire que les massages de Stacy m'ont bien servi, bien appuyé. Là, j'ai plutôt de bonnes jambes, donc franchement, ça peut annoncer du bon pour la finale.
That's good news for this penultimate day of the championship.
Il est vif. Allez, parti pour 20 minutes de l'activation.
It's time for the activation jog. Once again, alone in this almost deserted stadium.
Ça fait 15 minutes, je vais accélérer un peu l'allure, je vais faire un petit 3 minutes un peu plus rapide, histoire de dénouer les jambes et puis d'être prêt pour demain. Petite activation aujourd'hui. Et voilà, 3 minutes, un petit peu plus d'1 kilomètre. Franchement, c'était plutôt pas mal. Maintenant, on verra demain. Petite récup et puis rideau jusqu'à demain. Salut.
The legs are much less stiff after 3 minutes, at an average of 2 minutes and 56 seconds per kilometer. I'm in pretty good shape. However, when it comes to running, I feel that I have a general tiredness which prevents me from sleeping. And yes, as paradoxical as it can sound, the fact of being super tired prevents me from sleeping. Despite this, I try to sleep as much as possible.
Bon voilà, je suis passé chez Maud de coiffure. Petite coiffure, qu'est-ce que t'en penses?
Ouais, ça va.
Ça va. J'espère que ça va aller vite surtout. Hein. Ouais. Demain, je suis prêt. Ça va péter.
That's it. It's the day of the big final. A final that corresponds to the race I was expecting the most this season, partly because I had to fight to get to this race, first to qualify for the World Championships and then to get to the final. And yes, it's been a long road to get here. The season has been just as long, and let's just hope it hasn't been too long. But in any case, this final will be synonymous with the end of the season, because after it, there will be a summer break. A complete break of 2 weeks, during which I will aim at regenerating not only the body, but the mind as well. Well, we are not here to talk about the break, but about the final.
Bon bah voilà, on y est, c'est le jour J. Je pars à l'échauffement dans 1 heure, la course est dans 2h30. Je vais pas vous le cacher qu'il y a un peu moins de stress qu'aux séries. Je pense que simplement, les séries, j'avais peur de ne pas être à ma place. Toute proportion gardée, je voulais vraiment faire finale. Maintenant, la finale est faite, c'est que du bonus. Il va falloir tout donner pour essayer. Là, petit objectif comme ça, être premier européen, ce serait pas mal. Et puis après, objectif vraiment Dream, ce serait de rentrer dans le top 8, donc dans le cercle fermé des finalistes. Voilà, ça va être très très compliqué. Après, on verra bien, je vais faire ma course et puis let's go.
Honestly, it's no use to put too much pressure on one's shoulders before a race. We have to tell ourselves that the 3,000 meter steeplechase is long. We have time to prove ourselves on such a big effort. The best of us will be in front. So, without too much pressure, I start to get in motion with the runners of the 4x400 meters. I am 45 minutes away from my first call in the call room, while they will be called in 1 hour and 45 minutes. And yet, we start warming up at the same time. Have you seen the time difference? This is due to the fact that the 400-meter runners need a more thorough warm-up because the efforts are more intense, and they also need to revise the baton passes so that they are perfectly executed during the race.
Dans la chambre d'APL, c'est parti.
We are headed to the call room, and there, once again, the whole lot of the finalists of the 3,000-meter steeplechase is packed on a minibus to reach the Pascual Guerrero competition stadium. But this time, the stadium is much more crowded. Many spectators came to see this last day of competition, composed of finals only.
Oh, le monde de dingue!
With, among others, one of the most spectacular finals. I'm talking about the 3,000-meter steeplechase one. After another 45 minutes of waiting in the call room, we are headed to the track.
Petite barrière pour s'échauffer, mais tu piétines, donc pas ouf. Baptiste qui est en finale, qui aura pour objectif notamment de rebattre l'italien, ainsi que de gratter un maximum de place. Ce qu'il adorerait faire, c'est un top 8. Un top 8 mondial, c'est vraiment quelque chose. Après, à voir comment il se sent, on est en altitude, ça va être dur. Il a fait 9,01, il a dit qu'il était vraiment pas très bien. Voir comment ça va se passer. Mais dans une course, tout peut se passer.
Exactly. In a race, anything can happen. You have to be prepared for anything, and we will see how it goes in the 3,000-meter steeplechase final. In this final, we have the 15 best U20 athletes in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. Now, we will see who will be able to deliver. Among them are 4 European nationalities: Czech, Spanish, Italian, and finally, French.
Yazid of Morocco.
Baptiste Kertio pour sa deuxième finale mondiale. C'est parti. Allez les gars. 7.
Starting right on the far side of the track. There will be no barriers on the opening lap, so there's a run of a little more than 200 meters.
And yes, there are no barriers in the first 200 meters, because this is the time to place oneself in the pack. And we can see very different strategies among the runners.
L'Italien est parti, et le Japonais vraiment qui a envie de bon, aller.
A pack which I'm part of. We started on a 9 minutes and 10 second basis, while in front we have the Japanese, who started on an 8-minute one. He's way too fast and won't be able to keep on like this until the end, that's for sure. But he hopes to make the difference before that, and even if he cracks, to win. It's a very daring technique, because he can really explode and not even finish the race, but it seems he's dedicated to this strategy.
Do it on his own.
And for the moment, the favorites have preferred to stay in the warmth of the pack with me, and the gap between us and the Japanese is increasing. As for me, I'm progressing at the back of the race. And I'm still struggling with the obstacles. I'm hopping a lot, just like in the series. I arrived at this final with the real desire to do better than in the series in terms of time, because I knew that I could gain a lot on the barriers, given that I crossed them without trampling. And gaining time inevitably means gaining places. But now I realize I'm still hopping way too much.
They might have run somewhat 20 seconds faster than him, but
I don't have much of an explanation for this. Perhaps the hopping is due to the fact that we are progressing at a slightly slower pace than usual. I don't know, it's just a supposition, but I had to get myself together quickly, because on each obstacle, I wasted many watts.
Allez, faut s'accrocher, c'est bien. Il est dans le pack, il est dans le coup.
Karuda, he has personal best, but
Le Kenyan qui décide de prendre la tête du pack.
After having passed the first 1,000 meters in 3 minutes and 4 seconds, the Kenyan decided that that's it, we are done playing games. Now we are really going to attack, and the group has totally changed its pace.
First to cover the move, you can see the event favourite, the Moroccan.
Oh Baptiste, j'ai l'impression que c'est dur là. Hein. J'ai l'impression que les genoux sont durs à monter. J'ai l'impression qu'il est pas super bien. Il est en train de lâcher le groupe le deuxième groupe. L'Espagnol est en train de partir. À voir si c'est qu'une impression ou si ça se confirme dans les tours qui viennent. 4 tours.
Steps behind him.
4 laps to go, and here I am, now in the last position of this final. Did my numerous trampling get the better of me? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, now that I am alone, I can run at my own pace. The barrier crossings are not bad. It's as if something inside me has been unlocked.
Allez, 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 faut s'accrocher Baptiste, allez, 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 allez. Ah là 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 là, c'est dur là. Eh Baptiste, va les chercher devant, c'est pas fini, c'est dans la tête. Tout est dans la tête. Allez, 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 allez.
And yes, it's in my head for sure, but it's really hard. The legs are heavy, the muscles are not correctly oxygenated. However, I try to go and get this Spanish guy, to stay in contact and hope to be the first European. Because yes, you understood it yourself, finishing first is not part of my plans anymore. One needs to be pragmatic. Look at that, this shot is not bad. We can see the strength of the pack, which is in a process of swallowing up the Italian and is on its way to the Japanese, and there, this is us at the end of the straight line.
Il va peut-être enfin se réveiller. Le japonais là, un japonais qui craque. Il faut aller le chercher, il faut absolument s'accrocher parce que courir tout seul, ça va vraiment être dur. Voilà, allez, voilà, tu grailles, voilà. Déjà, t'es pas dernier, j'aime bien. Mais c'est pas fini. Il va rester 800 mètres, 900 mètres là. Et là, faut aller leur faire un boulot devant. Faut aller les chercher.
After 6 minutes and 2 seconds for 2,000 meters, that is to say a second kilometer done in 2 minutes and 58 seconds, we can say that yes, it is better now. But still, this is not a very impressive pace. The 4 European runners are pretty close together. So everything is possible. There is only 600 meters left to go and I had to finish strong. I mean, very strong. And that's what I'm doing. I'm starting with passing the Italian before the bell announcing the last lap.
Ethiopia 2.
C'est le moment là, c'est la cloche.
Now the Moroccan taking much closer.
Allez, 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 allez. Voilà.
While in front they give everything to be first, believe me. As for me, I give everything too to keep my place. The Czech and the Spanish are now way too far in front of me to hope for a comeback. I can't do anything about it. The only thing I can do is try to fight against the Italians' comeback. And with barriers like this, it's not easy.
1 and 2. Ben Yazid, the world number 1, comes through for bronze. The time 8:37.93. What a day this has been for Ethiopia.
Oh là là, c'est dégueulasse ça. T'as pas le droit. Allez mon gars, allez, 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 c'est la fin, allez, allez, allez. Jusqu'au bout, allez, 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 c'est bien, allez, 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 allez.
And that's it. I'm done with the 3000 meter steeplechase. The last crossing was just like all the passages of this championship, that is to say, messy. I'm still satisfied to have reached this point, despite my average performance. Maybe the season was a bit too long, I don't know, but next year, the European Championships are earlier in the season. But before that, of course, I will have to qualify. But don't worry, I'll take you with me on this quest for qualification. So, here are the results of this final, which was won in 8 minutes and 37 seconds. More than 30 seconds less than me.
Aïe 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 aïe.
Bon bah voilà, fin de ce 3000 mètres steeple, cette finale des championnats du monde ici à Cali. Donc junior, c'était assez dur, la finale a été éprouvante. Voilà, il y avait 4 Européens sur la liste de départ. J'arrive à terminer 3e sur les 4. Bon, j'aurais espéré faire premier européen, maintenant ils ont été plus forts que moi. Ils ont mieux géré cette double course. Voilà, maintenant je regrette rien, c'était une bonne course, j'ai joué avec les armes que j'avais aujourd'hui. Ouais, la saison a été longue, on va se reposer 2 semaines, cette fois-ci on va bien couper et être en forme pour le prochain gros objectif qui est le match international sur 10 km route à Oderzo. Allez, salut!
I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye!